Heidi ho, and welcome to this week's episode of Magic Bringers Rising Chats. It's for the week of December 19th to the 25th. So happy holidays to everybody, but find out all about the beautiful shift that's happening over solstice. Stay tuned. Welcome to Magic Bringers Rising Chats, the show by Super Secret Powers. I'm your host, Lindsay Baldessano, and let's get ready for a dose of energy healing, channeled guidance, and humor to keep your intuitive flow open and your roots grounded so you can lead the life of healing, spiritual purpose, and magic that you want. We have some amazing energy coming through this week as we roll into solstice and the Christmas season for those who celebrate. I mean, I can't say that we celebrate Christmas, but we put the tree up and we do the whole present exchange and then dinner. For me, it's more about family and really pulling in family traditions just because it's a way of honoring those who came before us. For us personally, we're more Yule people, and we pull in a lot of the Scandinavian stuff. Oh, because my husband is like half Scandinavian, and that half is like full Scandinavian, Sweden and Norway on his grandparents' side of of his mom's family. So we have the Yule goat, the little straw goats. We have Dalo horses. We have the Tomte. So it's fun. Um, we don't do Odin per se, but I just like to keep things light around Christmas, around traditions. Um, and the whole woodland thing is a thing for me. Leaving little offerings for the Tomte and the Fae and things like that. Um, It just seems like a way to, I don't know, spread goodwill cheer. Spread goodwill and cheer around this time of year. So over the span of the 20th to the 23rd, we have Uranus going into, yeah, we have Jupiter going into Aries. Sorry. I wrote down Uranus, but I knew in my brain that wasn't Uranus. I knew it was Jupiter, but I said it anyway. We have Jupiter going into Aries, which is going to give us a lot more energy, a lot more up feels. Um, and of course, we have solstice, but on solstice, we have a Capricorn stellium happening, and we have the Ursa meteor shower. We have on the 23rd, the super new moon, and Chiron is going direct. And we have a lot of Venus energy coming through, providing a lot of heart balance, a lot of coming back to our sense of pleasure. So the really beautiful energy is coming through this week. Um, the only thing I have to say to watch out for, because it's been a doozy, is Mercury retrograde. It goes retrograde on the 29th. So we have like a week and 3 days if you're watching this on Monday. Um, yeah. Been doozy. So stay on task as you can. Don't push yourself. Don't push yourself. We're not doing light language today because don't push yourself. This is just from holiday decorating. I haven't even done anything to it but carry boxes. Stellium is also going to provide some interesting energies. Capricorn is an old goat, but Capricorn is also kind of like the hermit from the tarot card. So, wisdom to bestow, illumination. There's also that thread of energy in Capricorn about following the old ways, about tradition, about keeping things the same and learning to perfect it as you go. But I don't know. I think Mercury is kind of like contraindicative this year with that, the Mercury retrograde. And I certainly say, don't worry too much. about being a stickler about tradition, or those who are being a stickler about tradition. This is an odd year, and an odd way to end a year. It's just because I don't think we've had this seven energy for a while. That's, really starting to come in. Um, but, don't be the cranky old goat if you can help it. And stick with your far-sighted vision on this, that, Capricorn can certainly lend a hand to. And for those who feel like the holidays are, especially hard this time of year, this year in particular, um, just remember that we are going through a lot of review and release, and tuning into a preview of what next year could be. And I'm certainly not saying that this year is always, or next year is going to feel hard all the time. I think we're just starting to, really try and see what's there, see what's there to be able to work with, to be able to work through a little bit. So get the support you need, whether it's friends or family, whether it's going to your doctor and talking about medication, whatever it is, counseling, whatever it is, find your help, because we're going to have such supportive energies for that kind of awakening and way opening that, in a sense, you're only hurting yourself by not taking advantage of those energies as they're presenting themselves. I mean, I've had to. I went back on Zoloft because this year it's really bringing up a lot of grief still over years past, over my mom passing, and we just had another friend pass. Um, it almost gets harder as you get older, and I don't want to say that in any deterministic sort of way, but to know that, you can't get a physical hug from somebody, and you have to see if you can even feel their presence on the other side. I mean, it's something that creates a hole in our lives, and we have to be in pursuit, but I won't say it's a game you chase, of making new contact, of, being open enough to love even more after that, because of that. And I think that's a huge message in 2023, and that's a little heavy for this week, but certainly something to keep in mind as you go into the holiday season, as you go into this holiday week, and we go into all these Mercury retrograde energies, where people from our past might just be popping up again. So, what's worth rekindling? At least, they don't all have to be your close friends. But sometimes, there are those people out there that when you do reconnect with them, you're like, I'm just happy to know that person's out there and I can say hi to them every so often. And that makes me feel like, my world is just that little bit more expanded again. So pay attention to that beautiful medicine that Mercury might be presenting you. And yeah, no light language today. But I will say we are 10 days away from the Rise in 2023 live workshop for learning how to do a little bit of learning how to do dreamcasting planning. And, this is a time to get into it. If you haven't done something for yourself this year or this Christmas season, like, this is probably something you do want to give yourself, because it's not just any old planning system. It really helps tap you into the guidance that's coming through so that you can begin putting the things on your calendar that are going to get you through. So it's not only like practice building and intuitive development, it's also figuring out how your guidance is playing a role in helping you get your results, because they are. I mean, whether you're just starting your business or starting to write books, or, you're trying to innovate, around these challenging times, um, our results don't always seem so very straightforward and upfront. And sometimes the guidance doesn't seem that way either. But it's there. It's always there because it's just part of, who we are. We're all stardust. We're all made up and encompassed within this universe and all of its little bits. The information we need is there. We have to learn to trust it. And we have to learn to ask the very specific questions we actually do need so that we can start planning with our intuition and not in spite of it and not just sit around waiting to feel inspired, right? So, dream casting gives you all that, but once you get in on the $50 workshop, you also get the astrological guide to 2003, which also includes a lot of information on, what a number 7 year means and the eclipse seasons and the very special retrogrades that are happening in 2003. Retrogrades. Pluto. Pluto. Why are you doing this to us now? um, and you'll get a mini or a quick dream casting guide, so you can go then and then quickly implement that through the next couple months, but also for your whole year, so you don't have to come back and listen to the video every time you want to do a little bit of filling in and retuning and reprioritizing. And you get the 2023 review and release guide, or 2022 review and release guides. They are already up and in the party group, the planning party group, so you can get instant access to those for both your personal life and your business. And if the big intentions guide for 2023 is coming out this week. So there'll be 4 workbooks available sometime this week before the live workshop on the 28th. So you can start really tuning into your own energy, your own guidance, your own sense of healing, and your intuitive process, really. That's really going to help you, make the most of this number 7 year, because this number 7 year is all about learning to go inward. It's all about learning self-mastery. So this is like the exact tool you need for 2023. All right. Look for that link down in the comments or in the show notes, depending on where you're watching this. And yeah, have a beautiful holiday. Have beautiful gatherings with your families. And don't forget to honor those who came before you as you can. I know not everybody's a beautiful person. um, But yeah, I will catch up with you next week. But stay tuned to Super Secret Powers and stay tuned to my free community on Facebook, Magic Bringers Rising, where we're all talking about, manifestation, what's coming up in 2023, how was 2022 for you? Just connect for yourself, because you need this kind of energy and you need this kind of light in your life. All right. Love you all.